Hello everyone, my name is NEGUSTITA, but you most likely already knew that since you're watching this on my membership only subscription. So first of all, I do want to say thank you so much for supporting me. And without further ado, we can just get into the messages, right? So Spirit, for my membership subscribers, what do they need to know? So we got a collaboration is on its way. Finances are going up. Okay, so with this, I do feel like for you guys, there is some sort of influx of income, most likely stemming from some kind of like either sponsorship or collaboration, like maybe you and another content creator could work together, for example, but not limited to. There's some sort of increase in finances, and it is most likely due to a collaboration. Like maybe you got some advice from somebody, someone could have steered you away from a bad investment into a better one, and that is what's increasing your finances. There is some sort of increase, may not be significant for some of you, may not be more than $100, or for some of you it could be the money you had your eyes on or had been trying to manifest. Okay, but it's coming, so get excited. Okay, I think that's it for the channeled messages deck. Now we're just going to get into the tarot. Okay, we'll get into the tarot and see what it has to reveal for my lovely subscribers. Oh, so we do have one card here that sneakily flipped itself up. And it is the Three of Swords, so I do think we are revisiting this topic of a heartbreak. Okay. And I say sneaky because the rest of the cards were all in the right direction, but that one was flipped up against the grain. So, okay. I do feel like this is a case of pretty bad bitch, but heartbroken. Okay, so we got the Ace of Wands. I do feel like a new opportunity is coming in. This is about that finances, the collaboration. Okay, this could even be so much as could even be romantic, right? You could have a partner who wishes to support you. And when I said that, I looked at the clock and it was 222. Isn't that lovely? When you see synchronicities. And that's what happens when you are in my little pool, my little club of light workers, okay? Of light seekers. Tapped in. So we got the Star card here in reverse. I do feel like there is going to be a trigger, okay, and I do think it's going to trigger you into vulnerability. So it's not a bad trigger. I'm getting it's a good trigger. It's a type of trigger that forces you to grow more than you thought you could grow. And the thing about that is, even though it sounds good on paper, when you are experiencing it, it does not feel the best. And I do think it has something to do with this spark, this creativity. This is going to be something that it's going to get you a little uncomfortable, like really out of your comfort zone, especially if you have like an earth placement in your big three. If you are prone to stability, excuse me, I have not drinking enough water today, so my voice probably sounds very hoarse, but all right. You know, that spark, that creativity, it does not, especially if you have like a Sagittarius placement, like you have a stallion, or if you or if it doesn't have to necessarily be Sagittarius, anything like fire, air placement in your Pluto, but your big three has like an earth energy, could even be water as well, because water signs are very prone to comfort, and I feel like earth signs are very prone to stability, predictability. Anything outside of that is going to be like danger sense is going to be triggered. Okay, and I do feel like this Star card is telling us that we will be triggered on this path of ascension, okay, on this increase, this upgrade that's coming towards us. Okay, and I do think this upgrade has a lot to do with finances. So for some of you, it really is just you become this King of Pentacles. You are this person here with this new idea, with this new invention that is, again, going to make you heavily uncomfortable. It's a trigger. It's gonna cause you to grow, and growth isn't always the prettiest. Like if we see what happens during the time when a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, when its body is liquefied and turned into, I mean, well, inevitably it turns into a butterfly, right? But that period of its body being dissolved by a sort of acid isn't cute. And if you were to open it up during that time, it wouldn't feel cute either. All right. But my point here, because low-key, I feel like I got off topic with that reference, is this King of Pentacles. This is either going to be you, or you are going to find someone like this, okay? You're either going to become someone who's more than capable of providing for themselves and potentially others, okay? Especially if you do have dependents, you will want to be operating in this energy. And it's going to come from a spark, a brand new idea. I am getting this sense of like it's something you may have never done before or even thought to do. The thought could pop in your mind. You might be inspired by something. You might meet someone who inspires you, hence the collaboration aspect of this. But either way, generally speaking, I feel like for the collective watching, there's something new coming your way, like an idea, and it's going to most likely be inspired by external reality. But then it's going to cause your internal reality to grow, because you're not going to think you could do this. And that's the important part. You're going to think, oh, I've never done this before. How can I do it? This is outside of my realm of normal. And we got the High Priestess card sneaking out. It's all about getting into the unknown. Okay, you're on that path. You're on this journey. Brace yourself, because it is going to feel like a wild ride. And then we got this beautiful Queen of Wands energy at the bottom of the deck. So especially if you do resonate with like the feminine aspect, this could be another person coming your way to support you, or you will be entering this energy on your own as well, especially as you begin to explore this unknown. And unfortunately, we do have this like King of Swords energy sneaking out here in the back. Like this is a past person. We don't want to talk about them, so we're gonna put them back in the deck. All right, but all in all, these are looking up for my collective. Okay, so period. I'm seeing you getting new nails, your face beat, like it's beautiful, but it's not gonna be, especially if you have a Sagittarius in like Pluto placement, or a placement that is gonna always cause you to enter incredibly uncomfortable unknowns. Okay, because there's uncomfortability, and then there's what you're entering, which is like, it feels like a void, like you're jumping into something you've never seen before. But child, trust me. So we got this Six of Swords energy here. You are being guided towards this, okay? This idea, this thought, whatever it is not going to leave you easily. So you don't need to be worried. This inspiration isn't going to just disappear as quickly as it comes. I don't see that being the case. But, you know, do hold on to your vision, because with this Moon card, I do feel like fear could get in the way for you. And that's the hard part to overcome. That's so funny. The moon and the sun, like right next to each other. I feel like there is a deeper spiritual side to why these two cards came out. But, you know, on like the surface level, it's really like you need to overcome the darkness to get to the light. You gotta live, you gotta, it's coming to, okay, I'm getting this image of like someone who's sick. And they're not always sick. This is someone who rarely gets sick, but they're now moving through the sickness. Like it's the middle of the night, their fever is high, their nose is all clogged up, and if it's uncomfortable, they blew their nose so many times into tissues that now the skin around the nose is like irritated, so every time they do it again, it's like even worse. And like it's that, like it's like you gotta move through it. Like you can't get out of that moment. You can't just, I'm done being sick, I've decided I'm not going to be sick anymore. You can't. You have to like live through it. You have to like feel through it to get to your happiness, to get to your goal, to achieve some sort of lifestyle, some kind of stability, some kind of, to overcome some blockade, some delay. All right. And again, you're going to be guided towards this. You have a spirit team here ready for you. And even in the physical sense too, you will most likely be in contact with other fellow collaborators. I may be a part of this journey for you as well. I could be supporting you through this. Okay, and we got this Knight of Cups, which is actually just, it's making me feel like a lot of lovely energy coming towards you, just a lot of support, a lot of like just friendly advice, advice just in general about how to get to where you want to go, okay, by people who may be already there. It just, to me, this feels like good energy being sent your way, however it is you need it, okay. What else for the lovely people watching here, Spirit? I'm gonna wrap up this reading in a little bit. So we got the Ace of Swords. Okay, this is a bit ominous. What's this Ace of Swords? It is some kind of communication here with potentially a past person. That's why I said it was ominous. I was like, oh, this can't be good. So there is definitely going to be some kind of temptation, some kind of block. We got the Page of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords in reverse. So this does feel like someone is very restless here about how to get back into your energy. And you know, especially with these two cards, it's kind of telling this energy doesn't really, is not very confident in themselves or their abilities, especially when it comes to courting you. This person, honestly, their approach was to let you come to them by acting disinterested, and this person may be realizing like that's not working, so they are going to be changing their approach. This could be someone you actually like. This may not necessarily be like a past lover that did you wrong. This could also just be like someone you could have been trying to court, or someone you were interested in and they weren't quite like pulling their weight in all of this, or maybe like you just started to like feel like, okay, whatever, like they're not doing enough, like I don't know, it's like some kind, it came from some kind of immaturity. Like this person thought like you were immature and they could treat you like this and it would work. Yeah, or this, I don't know, it's something about immaturity. It's whatever. And we got this Ace of Cups. Yeah, this person definitely does feel like they missed an opportunity with you, and I think that's their main motivator for coming back, because they feel like as time moves on, you're gonna know you're too good for them, or they're gonna feel like you're too good for them, or basically they're gonna feel like whatever chance they got in the past to be in your energy, even to just be a friend, this person could just want to be a friend, maybe not necessarily lover, but this person could like honestly just, yeah, I don't know, this person could be moving away from the things and the people holding them back from being in a connection with you. It's just they're either worried or it may already be too late, especially with this High Priestess energy. Like this individual is definitely feeling like this is you are in this untouchable energy, like beautiful, intuitive, stunning, and she sees it all, like, you know what I mean? And this person's probably looking at you like, damn, like, what do I even have to offer this person? They probably don't want anything from me. And honestly, that honestly could have been why from the beginning this person was playing games with you, with your time, with your energy. This person could have taken hours to respond, made it seem like they were busy. And, you know, they could have been busy, or they may not have been that busy. Like, they could have responded to you, but they just weren't putting in the effort that they needed to show that they even just wanted to be your friend. If this person didn't want to court you, just to simply be a friend, like they weren't giving you anything, and so that's why naturally you moved on. And now this person is like, oh, what did I just do? Can I go back on it? How do I press the back button? Control Z, like how do I undo this? Or is it Control Y? I think Control Y undoes the action, right? I don't know, I always get them mixed up. Anyway, you get the point though, right? Like this person is like, oh, what did I do? Like, how do I get back into this person's good grace? How to get back into their light? And they're realizing, you know, maybe there is no way. Yeah, and this person is definitely very, very worried that you moved on from them, but, or whatever you could have shared. Anyway, I'm done tapping into that energy, and also I think that energy is done talking to me. But we got the Three of Cups. I'm on a roll here, and the High Priestess keeps wanting to come out, so I'm gonna take her out. Okay, yeah, there's definitely is some sort of friendship thing, collaboration. You could be celebrating very soon. You will be collaborating. We're back here with the collaboration. There is something here that you're gonna be working on, and I do feel like you are gonna be working on it with people. Got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. What's this Eight of Pentacles? King of Swords. So this is somebody trying to, I feel like they're trying to send you some kind of block. Like they're very hard, very diligently, I should say, trying to manifest against you. And they're doing this by wishing you nothing but the worst, because it's in this person's work perspective. If you're not doing well, that means you'll come back to them and that you'll want them. But the reality of the situation is, even if you weren't succeeding in life, or even if you weren't where you want to be, you're most likely never going to give that person another chance. And it's just, they're delusional, or there's something, you know, mentally wrong with this individual. And I say this as like someone who's struggled with mental illness. Like, I've been diagnosed with OCD, depression, ADHD, and anxiety. Like, I've been diagnosed with these things, and I've been to therapy to work on those, and I have like a toolkit, you know, that I use when these issues start to rise back up in my life. Though I'm at this point in my spiritual journey where I don't actually struggle so much with mental illness, and most of my struggles now are like physical. Like, how do I gain more followers? How do I appear more confident? Those type of things, more than like my brain messing things up for me. But honestly, your brain doesn't. Your brain's beautiful. Please show her some love, because chances are that's why she's acting up. With that being said, this individual could be mentally ill. I'm just guessing. I'm obviously, you know, I'm sorry if that's disrespectful. But they are working against you. It's so weird. Like, this person is, they're like holding off on doing the work, or they're investing in the wrong things, and they're hoping either you do it too, or yeah, it's some weird attempt to have you. It's like they're thinking, if they're coming at you with this energy, this deceitful, untrustworthy, but secretly manipulative as heck energy, that they can get you, and they think it's the only way they can do it. It's sad. Like, this person never heard be yourself, and if that's not good enough, then love yourself and move on. Okay, and if you want cards want to come out, I guess this person doesn't want to explain their situation. We got the Ten of Swords, Five of Cups, Four of Wands. This person hates that they're in a separation with you. And then I really will call this last. And we got the Hermit and the Eight of Swords. So this person may currently be going through a hermit mode. They're in this energy where they're like kind of stuck at home more often. And they're kind of being forced to self-reflect and look. Well, again, they are being forced to look inwardly. They may not be doing it because of all these like things. They have all these limitations. Like, they may believe like, oh well, I'm X, Y, and Z, so I should be able to do X, Y, and Z. That type of energy. Like, this person isn't learning from their mistakes, or they're in a period where they're supposed to, but to be completely honest, that may be why this person is in this like very petty, resentful energy towards you. Okay, and those are very strong words, so take them with a grain of salt. I do just want to relay that message here. But this individual does just feel very yeah, it's like they have identified their reason for being in this hermit mode, or they're kind of figuring it out. Like, it has a lot to do with like their connection with you. And mind you, this could be someone who has whatever manipulation tactics, or whatever the reason why this person is no longer in your life, the reasons why you separated yourself from them, whatever those reasons are, most likely they have done those things to other people. But this is where you being special comes into play, because only you have the power to put this person into a hermit zone. Okay, only you have the power to resist whomever this person's like who this person is, their tactics, their right. And I'm gonna be real, this person is in a very heavy regretful energy, and I don't see them coming out of it. Like, it's bad. Like, this person like is realizing like they have no one but to blame but themselves, but to accept that reality requires so much maturity. And to be honest, they're not there, so they're like in a self-destructive kind of energy. If they were to accept that truth, it's like they don't know how to handle it in a mature way. Like, they don't know how to like grow, basically. Like, this like this person, you know, rather than going to therapy, or you know, like talking to a good friend or whatever, right, rather than using those resources to help them be a better person, to learn from this and to never make the mistake again, and to grieve the loss of you, and then to let you go because you deserve to live a good life. It's like they're doubling down. It's really like sad. It's like they're doubling down on their tactics. Like, I don't know, it's like gosh, it kind of feels like this person is like, well, if you won't have me, or it's like they're really angry. They're truly angry at themselves. Like, bottom line, point blank, period, they're actually the most angry at themselves for their own actions. Like, when you remove all the layers to this. But what they're doing, it's like they're not acknowledging it, they're not embracing it, they're not taking it. They're not like sitting there looking at the lives of themselves, looking at themselves and going, dang, if only I did this better. That's a shame. I can't change time. How about instead I redirect this negative energy, channel it into something, you know, like maybe working out, journaling, self-care. And maybe one day this person will rethink, but chances are I might have messed the connection up so bad that they may never consider me again. So how about I move on? Right? It's like they don't think like that. Like, that's too healthy for them. And so instead what they're doing is they're like, oh, this person, I don't know, they're either projecting onto you or they're just hating to hate. Like, I don't know. Anyway, but I do want to say with this Eight of Swords, they got a lot of self-limiting beliefs, and I think that's what's keeping them in this hermit mode is like too many self-limiting beliefs. Like, they think they can't grow, people don't change. This person could be like that. Like, they could say that, like, oh, like, someone can change but not that much, like, you know, that type of pessimistic thinking, and that puts a cap on how much they can grow and elevate as a person. So it's like the only way they can get out of this hermit zone is if they do that. But to do that means they have to go against something they believe, and this belief is low vibrational nature, but they don't want to let it go because it's like an integral part of them. I don't know, they may have a lot of friends or people that they know that think this way as well. So to let that go would mean they were at a vibrational mismatch for those individuals. Does that make sense? It's like, anyway, this person's fighting demons for fucking real. Okay, this person's fighting demons for real. You know, and drop a prayer for them. I don't know. You know, let's hope they get better. They are heavily latched onto your energy, but don't worry, because they're not latched onto you because you've done anything or that like there's something for you to do. Right? Like, this isn't your problem. It's this person. This person has to overcome their own like triggers, their weaknesses, in order for them to grow, and they're latching onto you because you are meant to be that light for them, or you were that person to help them grow. Like, if that makes sense. Like, look at the Lovers. Okay, you guys could share a connection, but like, I don't know, I really don't know how to explain it, but this person could do wicked things to other people, like absolutely atrocious things, okay, and not feel it. Like, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't self-reflect later. It wouldn't bother them that much. But when it came to you, it's like they're analyzing everything. Like, they have to. Like, they don't have a choice. They have to sit there and think about everything they said to you, every reaction you gave, every chance, every opportunity that they had. And then if they just acted right at the moment, things would have worked out better. This person now has to reflect. And when it's like, if they are doing that for the connection they shared with you, then they have no choice but to do the same for the other aspects of their life. This would cause them to grow massively and to shift. This would literally be like ripping off someone's skin. Even if you know more skin is going to grow back underneath it, right? Like, it'll heal inevitably. It's still an incredibly excruciating process for this person. And that's what this delay is. And that's why they keep showing up in your videos. Like, they keep showing up because they're going through that transformation, and it's painful for this individual. Unimaginable, unspeakable. And you don't need to care. You don't even need to pity them. Like, that's not required of you. However, that's why they keep showing up, because it's like every hair follicle, like every time something more of their old self is being ripped away from them by the universe, because they're being humbled big motherfucking time. Okay, sorry, I just had to real quick just adjust my fit rail, and I was like worried my titty popped out, but it didn't. We're good. Okay, and it's just like every time more of their old skin is being ripped off, and then, you know, it's just the messages get warped because like this person's in pain and they blame you for it because everything was fine before you showed up. But the reality of it is, the full picture is everything wasn't okay. This person's life wasn't going the way they actually wanted it, not the way their soul intended it to be. Okay, but the human, the vessel, the ego was taking full control, and you can't blame the ego. The ego is just doing what it can to survive. Like, you're not gonna get mad at a lion for eating a fucking, I don't know, like a gazelle, because that's what they do. Even if it's fucked up a little, like, you see the way they be hunting, like, damn. But point is, you're not gonna be like, I hate lions because they eat. You know what I mean? Like, no. My point is, that's the ego. The ego is in such a primal energy. It doesn't even operate in the frequency of correct or wrong. It's just survival. And so, you know, try to think of it that way. Try to reframe it. And so what I'm getting from this person is, that's why they're obsessed with you. That's why they can't let you go, because you are meant to help them grow as a person. And they're going to do that whether or not you are in their life. Whether you never speak again, they will become a better person. They'll have no choice, to be completely honest, because their old way of living isn't going to satisfy them. And this is somebody who, honestly, it seems like they chase after their own satisfaction. So they will, you know, and this person will also want you back in their life, but they're not healed enough to have you. They're just gonna try to progress with you. They're gonna try to like latch onto your energy. They're gonna try to have you like stay stuck to them, and then they're gonna slowly descend back to where you found them when you first met, or even lower. Who knows? However, for my lovely collective, I know you guys. You're gonna keep vibrating high. You're gonna keep doing your own thing. You're gonna occasionally get readings about this person. No, again, it's because every time an old layer of them is ripping. Okay, every time that happens to this person, they blame you, but the only person to blame is themselves. And it does not make sense, because they're mentally fucking ill. Like, just the way I think about it is like, try to explain quantum physics to a schizophrenic. Like, I'm sorry, like, it's there's just the brain is not working correctly. So, you know, try not to take it too personally. And yeah, like, I don't know, it's weird how all this works, right? Like, you can still receive messages from them, their unhealed version of their higher self, right? Isn't that funny? Like, their higher self exists. That's who I'm communicating with. Their higher self wants you so freaking bad, but then when you really dissect why that is, it's not for good reasons. But that's just the nature of the business I'm in. So, and it's hard to decipher these messages, but you know, I'm pro at it. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.